Hello, and thank you for joining Paper Crafting with Tracey. Today I'm going to show you how to make this winged pop-up card. I know it's really hard to kind of visualize it there on the screen, but you can see laying flat this way, and then when you bring it up, that's what it looks like. And then the nice thing is you can fold this one down and it will fit in our normal 4.25 by 5.5 inch card, so the same envelopes for those. I did see a similar card to this on Mixed Up Crafts, and I had to play with the measurements because the one on there were 5 by 7, so I changed things up a little bit to make it all work. So first thing I'm going to be using for the demonstration I'm going to do this stamp set, Adventurous Sky. It's one of our new stamp sets that's in the new catalog, and it's got this coordinating designer series paper. This one of course is missing a piece just from something I cut out for this one, but you can see some of the lovely designs, aviation themes. So if you got any aircraft fanatics in your family, this will make a lovely set for them. Okay, so we'll just push that aside. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a piece of paper. This is just our normal cardstock, and it is the 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at the 4.25. I will put all the measurements in my blog that you can see down here, down this way here in the bottom left corner, because there's a lot of measurements for this one. So once you've done that, you're going to fold it in half, and now I'm going to get my paper trimmer here. And this, like I said, this one took a lot of measuring to kind of figure this one out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this at the not a half inch mark, 3/4 inch. Line it up with the 3/4 with the fold at the top. Okay. And with our scoring blade, I'm going to go down 2 1/8. And now from where the camera is, this is hard for me to visualize, but I will do my best. There we go. And just kind of run over it a couple times because you are going through 2 layers. Then at the 1.5 inch mark, I'm going to go down 1 inch. Okay, just make sure. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side at the exact same marking. So I will start, at the 3/4 inch. And I'm going to go down to the 2 1/8. Again, run over that really well. And then at the 1.5 inch mark again. Down to the 1. Okay, so this is what you end up with. Now, when you open it up, you can see kind of where those are going to be. But in order to make the folding of this much easier, what we're going to do is when we get down to put the fold on the side here, it's just going to depend on which way you're scoring. So if you've got markings on that side or this side, I'll do it on this side just to make it easier for most people. Line it up with the 1 inch, because what I'm going to be doing is putting a score line right here for these. Okay, so I'll move this up. And remember, it's 3/4 inch down on either end. Okay, so I'm going to line it up at my 3/4 mark and come down to the 1.5. Okay. See, like so. And then I'm actually going to take it down here. Hang on, my blade has come out, my scoring blade. Okay. And at this will be the 4 to the 4.75. Then I will put this at the 2 1/8, and it's going to go right from the end here up to the 4.75, and then up here just to the 0.75. Okay. Oops, that one didn't even score because it had popped out on me. So let me get that scoring blade back in. That felt better. There we go. So I'm not sure if you can see that, where the scoring lines are. Okay, let me get that out of the way. And what we'll do is these will pop up now. So what I tend to do is I will pop and bend a little bit, pop and just kind of pinch it right where those fold lines would be. Just because you're making your kind of your mountain on the inside. Okay, and then the same thing down here. Once all this finicky part is done, the rest of it actually is fairly straightforward. There we go. So that when you close it, you can see that it all lines up. Okay, now we're just going to decorate. So the first thing I'm going to do, okay, there's wings that'll go on the outside here, but we'll do that afterwards. And I've already done a lot of pre-cutting, so I've already got a couple of pieces of white cardstock. Again, I'll put all the measurements in the blog. I'm going to stamp those. And then I've got just some Misty Moon, or not Misty Moonlight, boho blue. That will be my matting. So let's get our stamping done. Okay, so on one of them, and I forgot to put a sentiment on here. Okay, let's get a block here. Do that, and then I'm going to use another stamp that's in there. Oops, I didn't quite ink it all up. That's better. There we go. Perfect. So that'll be one. Let me put that ink pad away, and then I'm gonna do another one with plain. So put that aside. And I'm just using basic gray for a plain. There we go. And then, just because that's a little plain, I'm going to take some balmy blue here. And I've got one of the little clouds that's in the stamp set. And I'm just going to lightly ink that up and just add a couple clouds in here. There we go. Okay, now we'll just finish assembling. That's all the stamping. So now I apologize, I do not have, I'm obviously not at my normal table, so I don't have, I forgot to bring my tape. So I've had to borrow some non-Stampin' Up tape here, but it'll work for the purposes of this. And we'll mat all these. Okay. So now where this one's going to go is it sits right in here. So you just want to kind of edge it all the way around. like that. And the other one is going to go on the other side, just like that. I just need to make sure it's in on the other side. There we go. Okay, and now we're just going to add all these other bits and pieces. So I've already done a lot of the cutting. There's no sense you watching me do cutting. So we'll just attach these. And these little ones, make sure I've got it going somewhat the right way. And now I've got all these other little ones here. So these ones here are part of the topographical map. And they're all just going to line up in the bottom and the top to edge. Like so. Line them up as best you can. Okay, and now I'll do the same on the other end. Normally I would put tape all the way across, but I'm not sure how much I actually have here left. So, and rather than using glue for all of it, okay, so place all these in there. So the most finicky thing of this whole thing is just the cutting. The assembly actually, as you can see, goes together pretty straightforward. One more, and then I just have the little ones to put in, and then we'll do our wings. There we go. Uh-oh, I seem to be missing one. Okay, well, we'll get the idea. I'll stick a, oh, there it is. Now these ones are pretty tiny, so I think I'm going to use glue to put these ones on. Just because they get too finicky with the tape. Okay, I did another version of this where I had those embossed in the center. But that was for the bigger one. These little ones here, I didn't think the embossing would show, so that's why I used, for a lot of these, you want to use a smaller pattern. Because as you can see with this designer series paper, one of the papers I was using, okay, had beautiful airplanes on it, but they wouldn't have showed on here at all. Okay, so the last one there. Okay, so that's the inside of the card. Okay, and these just pop up, so you can see like that, but it doesn't sit very stable. So what we're going to do is we're going to add these wings here. So I've scored them at the 1/2 inch mark, and again, I'll put all the measurements in. I'm just going to run some tape along this fold. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to, oops, we flop those down, have it folded like this. You're going to take this seam and line it right up on that last one. Like so. And then you're just going to, so you can see the winged effect on that side. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Oh, I just realized with this one, I must have measured that. I did. I made it slightly too long, I believe. I did. So I'm not sure where I miscalculated with that one, because it should have been the same length. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay, let's take that off. I put it backwards. So it should be this way. Thankfully that glue was forgiving. There we go. That worked better. Okay, so you want the edge of it to line up on that side. So if I flip it, what you're going to do is line the edge of this one with that fold. Like so. So that when it folds, it lines up there. That's makes more sense now. There we go. Okay, so that now that is your proper card. Okay, I'll just fix this side because it was crooked. There we go. Okay, and now we're just going to embellish that one, or add some paper to that one. Okay, so okay, so you think of when it's open where you want it. So it's going to be on this side. And we'll do the same with the other one. Hopefully I haven't run out. Oh, good. Okay, so the same on the other side here. Okay, and then I've got these other little strips. And even though it's not going to show when your card is open, it's more for when your card is closed. So you can see it doesn't show that way, but when you close your card, it's for this piece here. There we go. And now I'll just do that side. And then the card is pretty much complete. Now you can make a belly band to help keep the card closed. If you didn't want to put it in an envelope or something like that. I didn't. And then I'll show you one other thing, just for a spot where you can be signing your card. So depending on how much you put in there, okay, rather than in being able to write on there, you can put white cardstock on the back, like I did with this one. And then that gives you a spot to write. So there we go. A winged pop-up card using the Adventurous Skies suite. So I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Paper Crafting with Tracey. Please subscribe to the channel and happy stamping.